Most cops are infamous for abusing their powers on suspects who aren't aware of their rights, but what happens when these cops come across individuals who know the law better than they do and get completely humiliated as a result?
Dude, I didn't do anything.
You can shut your mouth.
They just detained me. I
don't detain anybody for no reason.
You don't get to tell me what to do.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Let's look at 3 bizarre cases where female cops get owned and get completely humiliated as a result. Starting with this officer who became angry at a man for simply recording a traffic stop.
I asked you a direct question. Do you have your badge number on you?
And I asked you to leave because right now you're not allowed to be on our traffic stop.
Ma'am, if you're refusing to identify your badge number, it might result in a complaint with your department.
This right here is Officer Alvey, who on March 27, 2023, was conducting a routine traffic stop in Jeffersonville, Indiana, when she noticed a man recording the situation from a distance. She immediately became hostile towards the man, which caused this to happen.
Can I help you? Sir, can I help you?
No, thank you.
Okay. Well, this is our traffic stop right now, so I'm just going to ask you to...
Thank you. She just asked me to leave.
The first thing she asked the man was for him to leave the scene. This is understandable if the man was interfering with the investigation, but that was not the case, as he was recording the situation from a safe distance and wasn't breaking any laws.
Do you know this person?
Since you're making contact with me, could you identify your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Alvey.
And your badge number, please?
I don't even know why you're here right now.
I asked you a direct question. Do you have your badge number on
And
you?
I asked you to leave because right now you're not allowed to be on our traffic stop.
Ma'am, if you're refusing to identify your badge number, it might result in a complaint with your department.
Okay, I understand that. My badge number is 639.
Thank you very much.
But I've asked you a question.
At this time, it's not consensual. Thank you.
You're on my traffic stop.
Ma'am, I'm an appropriate distance from your traffic stop. Please go back to work.
Okay, but if something were
Ma'am, go back to
you were
work.
get harmed,
Go back to work.
Then that would fall in our department.
You're a liar. You're an
If
idiot.
you were to get harmed right now, how would that...
You're a idiot liar.
The man explained that he was at a safe distance while recording the situation, but the officer wasn't having any of it and justified her actions by stating that if anything happened to the man, the blame would fall on her department. This is when her supervisor arrives at the scene to further investigate the situation.
Can I ask you what type of business you're conducting? Can you take your hand out your pocket for me, please?
Since you're engaging with me, can I get your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Robinson, badge number 659.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Is there a reason why you are walking into our traffic stop here?
I'm not in your traffic stop. I'm well within a reasonable distance. Thank you.
Okay, well...
Carry on with your work, sir. Get back to work. Did somebody complain to you, sir?
No, I didn't.
Have a great day, sir. Thank you.
Can you step back behind the vehicles for me?
Is it a command or a request?
It's actually a command, man. I need you to step back there behind the vehicles for me, okay?
I'll step over here for you.
The man moved further away after the second officer commanded him to do so. To make things worse, a third officer arrived at the scene for someone who was simply recording a traffic stop from afar.
Just so you know, I mean, you have a right to record and everything. We just need you a little further away from the scene.
Do you remember what the Supreme Court ruled as far as the distance?
Do you remember what it was?
You don't know?
Well, anything that we deem as unsafe.
Okay, that's false. Have a good day, sir.
Okay, well, I will make sure to research that information.
Thank you, sir. I have the answer, by the way.
But just know if you get too close to a scene, you can't be arrested.
Hey, man, they would have arrested me already, man. Have a good one.
I'm just letting you know.
Have a good one. One strike.
You get back on the sidewalk, please.
Is this, what is this?
This is a road.
Okay.
Do you have no business being that close to the officer while he's conducting a traffic
Gosh, it's
stop?
done. The traffic stop is done. The traffic stop is done. Shut up. Is this traffic stop over?
That police officer back in his car yet?
I'm asking you a question.
I asked you a question.
He's pulling off. Is it over? You said it's the police officer going back in his car. That doesn't have anything to do with this guy leaving and the traffic stop being over. Thank you. Have a good day. Get back to work. Thank you. This guy, man. This is one of the tyrants out here. This guy. And make sure we always record the police because they don't like it at all. They don't like to be seen bullying others.
It's ironic how these officers are completely clueless about the laws. It's quite satisfying to see when one fails to take advantage and violate a civilian's rights and gets completely schooled for it. If you thought these cops were bad, then you haven't seen the case of this next cop who has a mental breakdown when she fails to abuse her powers.
My name is Jeffrey Geist.
I am not speaking to you.
I'm talking to you.
Speaking to you, why were you looking
Why
at
you
you?
being so hostile, Miss Lady? My face.
This right here is Officer Blasky, who on July 12, 2023, responded to a call complaining about a few workers who had allegedly trespassed onto private property in Edwardsville, Pennsylvania. However, this wasn't the case, as the workers had all the necessary paperwork to be there. Despite this, the officer completely lost her temper and unnecessarily escalated the situation.
That suspicion isn't a crime. We're in full uniform, Miss Lady. We're not doing nothing wrong. How do you mean this ain't a
She
uniform?
is not in full uniform.
She has it on her phone.
So what? I could get anything on my phone.
She has her badge, her name.
I don't care. She should have her badge around her neck. Give me your
Oh,
name.
oh.
Okay.
And
Let
we
me
got
ask you
appointments.
this. Let me ask you this.
Can I get a supervisor?
If I call,
Can I dig in my pocket to grab my phone?
sure, you can get your supervisor as well.
Okay, no, I want your supervisor.
Oh, I don't
Well, can you call one?
have one on duty.
What do you
right now?
D. Blasky. All right.
Give me
I'm gonna give you. You're gonna get what you gotta get coming.
772 count.
Upon their initial interaction, it is evident that the officer is displaying extreme hostility towards the workers and is not making any efforts to investigate the complaint. Instead, she continues to demand the workers to present their identification, even though they had not done anything illegal.
I know you ain't doing nothing wrong, right?
I'm not saying you're doing it.
Right.
You can cancel that. I didn't say you were doing anything wrong, but I want you to identify yourself because you're going in and out of all these buildings. That's all I asked for, right?
Grab my.
And then he's not in any of
Hold on.
uniform, and she has no badge,
has
and
a
she has no
badge.
badge, and she has no
Miss
badge.
Lady,
Where's
but
the
you
badge?
making us
I
look
am
with the
not
bad people, so
looking
hold my
at
phone.
anybody's phones.
Let's go. I want to go to
I
jail
want a badge.
because I'm looking.
I
don't
want a
answer.
badge.
Put me in handcuffs. Let's go.
I want a badge.
The officer is behaving very unprofessionally toward the workers. It was quite ironic when she stated that they had not done anything wrong but still had to identify themselves to her, which doesn't really make any sense according to the law. However, this is when she gets schooled by the worker about how the law really works.
I'm not breaking any law, Miss Lady. You have to be trespassing to do
You're
a trespass.
trespassing. It's private property.
Listen, you have to be trespass. You the cop. You know the
You are
law.
trespassing. It's private property.
We're not.
Okay, so can we leave?
No, stay.
Okay, we can stay. So are we being detained?
Give me your badges. Anybody here, you can show me the
hostile.
badge.
We haven't.
You
You're a
are.
civil
All
servant,
I did
ma'am.
was ask you for your
Okay.
identification.
So,
How am I being hostile?
let's
All I asked you,
de-escalate.
did I ask you for your just
You
your
protect and
identification?
serve me. Can you de-escalate?
You are a civil
Give
servant.
me your
Can you please de-escalate?
identification.
But
That's all
before
I
the
asked
law
for.
states, in order for me to identify to a police officer in the state of Pennsylvania, you have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime, have committed a crime.
No. As long as there's a complaint, I have to get to the bottom of the
Okay,
complaint.
but Miss
correct?
Lady,
Is
we have
going on here?
appointments.
I don't
We came
have-
here for appointments.
I don't know that.
We're telling you.
You came out.
Well, you
out here.
can't- We don't have to give you.
Go over there.
We don't have to give you.
you're not
All
gonna talk to me
I
like that,
asked
young
you for
lady.
was your identification
You're not
and who
gonna
you
talk to
work
me like
for. That's all I asked for.
Miss Lady, and
Right.
I will
That's
give
all
you
I
that.
like
my lawyer's
But I
number?
stand on law, though.
This guy is entirely correct about the trespassing law because, according to Pennsylvania state's trespassing law, a person can only be trespassed from a building if they knowingly lie to gain entry. None of the workers have been accused of doing either of these things, and just when you thought the situation couldn't get any worse, the officer completely loses her head and shouts at one of the workers.
We can give you our supervisor.
Is that what you would like?
You can contact our
Sounds like
supervisor.
that. Sounds like that was
And who
doing.
you work for. That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
My name is Jeffrey Geist.
I will.
I am not speaking to you.
I'm talking
when I'm
to you.
speaking to you, why were you looking
Why
at
you
me?
being so
Don't get on my
hostile,
face.
Miss
Don't get on
Lady?
my face. You
Yes.
want to get mad at me?
Identification.
We
You want to get
recorded
mad at me
this.
because if you get mad at me,
Okay.
Nobody
Give
can.
me your identification.
Okay.
She does not
Well,
have.
how about
she
this?
does not
Until
have
your
her vest
supervisor
on.
get here,
I don't
I'm
have
going
a supervisor
to
on
invoke
shift
my
now.
Fifth Amendment. Now, if you want to arrest me, you can do that. I'm sorry you have to go
my
like
Fifth
this.
Amendment as well.
But for a man that's protecting his rights, you
Your
want me
rights
to?
is what? To identify
Okay, no,
yourself?
to plead the
To
fifth
identify
because I
who
have
you're
not
working
committed
for.
a crime. I only answer when I commit a crime, Miss Lady. Stop. Let me give you some law. You do not. Listen, hear me out.
No,
I don't have to identify to
Okay,
you unless
okay.
I committed a crime. You know this, Miss Lady.
I don't know if you committed a crime.
Okay, well, have
We
you
didn't.
committed a crime?
That's what I'm getting to the bottom of. Can
I
I
speak?
speak?
That's my
I'm
crime.
allowed to ask questions.
Yes, you are, and we got a right to deny them.
It is important to note that the state of Pennsylvania is not a stop and ID state, which means you are not legally obligated to identify yourself to an officer unless you are suspected of committing a crime. However, this officer seems to be completely clueless about this law, as she is repeatedly asking them to identify themselves despite them not breaking any laws. This is when her supervisor arrives at the scene to further investigate the situation.
All right, so officer, we don't live. Officer, I dealt with you before. You know me. I dealt with you way back there about a year ago. All right, so you trying to rush it? I'm trying to tell you what's going on. All right, so this officer is forcing us to give our name. No, now it's like a big old thing.
Why we're here though?
Yeah, she said that
Nah,
the lady
pick
said,
on you. We got a call.
she said that the lady said that
That we were soliciting
that
PPL?
that we were soliciting PPL. They don't even have PPL.
They don't even have
This whole
PPL.
building is
They don't even have PPL.
No, it's not the point.
This is the
See
point,
that
though.
there was
So do you guys
something
have-
going on. That's all. Did you get the mirror name?
Nope. Come on, I beat y'all at this, man.
Here's the thing. It would have been so much easier.
Yeah, but
just to
now
give
y'all
me the name.
got us out here like we the bad people. Look at me now. Look at the knowledge I gave you.
I got you. But give me so
Yeah,
much
'cause you know I'm
knowledge.
right,
I don't even
though.
know if I can comprehend it.
All right, you might want to be an attorney
Right.
and not a cop.
Right.
Because you just try.
How long you been the police?
What she did was, it's a scare tactic. She say,
Yep. You love it? Love it.
The way the worker handled and de-escalated the entire situation is an excellent example of how a civilian can defend their rights. However, the same cannot be said for the next case, as this officer blatantly violated this man's rights because he was filming a YouTube video.
Why am I recording? What's your name and badge number? Read.
I don't have my badge number on me, sir.
This right here is Officer Doron, who on February 19th, 2024, responded to a call reporting a man suspiciously filming a police headquarters in Ontario, Canada. However, the man explained that he was simply making a YouTube video, but the officer didn't believe him and started violating his rights.
We're at the Halton Regional Police Headquarters and we have a visitor. I was just about to give him a pass and a go, but we'll see what this guy's up to. How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing well.
What's going on today?
What do you mean?
Why are you recording?
Why am I recording? What's your name and badge number?
I don't need to provide you my name, but I can give you my badge number.
An individual can legally film or take photographs in a public area, but the first question she asked was why he was recording. She also didn't provide her name when asked for it, which is a question a law enforcement officer is obligated to answer.
You do need to provide 2 pieces of ID under the Community Policing Act. Yes, you do. It's, how do you pronounce that? Doiron?
Yeah. So how come you're here recording today, sir?
So do you know why you have that on your chest, right?
Sir?
Do you know why you have that on your chest? Just to be very straightforward with you, do you know why you wear your name and your badge number? Because you have to identify to people. What if I can't read?
I don't have my badge number on me, sir. I just have my
Where is it?
right?
It's written on you somewhere, isn't it?
No, I only have my name on.
Okay. So what seems to be the issue?
I need to know what you're recording here today. We had a call for service that you were recording outside our headquarters, so that's just why I'm asking.
So who called for service? Was it one of the officers hanging out in the parking lot?
I don't know who called, but either way, I need to get an understanding as to why you're here.
Why? Am I breaking a law?
No, I'm just asking why you're here.
The officer explained that she was called in because the man was filming their police headquarters. However, the man in question had every right to do so and wasn't breaking any laws. Despite this, the officer continued to violate his rights by further questioning the man.
I'm not breaking a law, so therefore I have no obligation to explain myself to you. I'm working on a little project, as you can see.
Okay.
And you interrupted me while I was narrating, so.
Okay, what kind of project are you working on?
Is that going to change anything?
No, I'm just trying to get an understanding as to why you're here recording.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, a second officer arrives at the scene and does the same exact thing when he was asked for his name and badge number. However, he soon realized that he wouldn't be able to exploit and abuse his powers in front of this man.
Your name and badge number?
You'll get it at the end, don't worry.
No. May I have it now?
Yeah, Morocco 30324. Can we help you?
No.
Okay, what you doing here?
Exactly what it appears I'm doing here.
Okay, you're just videotaping the station?
Working on something. I was actually going to go in, but you're closed on the holidays.
We are. Okay, you're free to do that. Nobody's gonna bother you, okay?
That's good.
Okay, thank you.
And you don't need to know why?
I don't really know. Seems like that's something you want us to ask, but I'm not gonna ask
No.
that.
You know what? I was perfectly fine doing my story alone until I was interrupted. So
That's okay. We have to, unfortunately, the manner of our job, we have to respond to people on our premises because sometimes people do come here to hurt us. So we just need to, we like to know what's going on.
Why don't you give me an example of that?
I'm not going to. That's not my
Yeah?
business to tell you. That's okay, okay?
Yeah, you know what? That doesn't happen. You guys always say that the people come to your police station to hurt you, and nobody's here to hurt
Trying
you.
to get a reaction out of us, and that's not going to happen right now.
Nobody's trying.
We're going to go on our way, and you can continue doing what you're doing, okay?
That is
Take care,
awesome.
have a good day.
Stop feeding me the horse shit about people are here to hurt you.
Take care and have a good day.
And you, ma'am, next time, Doiron, identify yourself, would you please?
It was fortunate that this man knew his rights, as many officers know that most civilians are unaware of their rights and try to take advantage.